Hey, it's a Humble Collector here, and today's video we have a bit of a odd item. This is a postcard that was given to me for free with some other stuff that I bought from a dealer that I've known for a while. And this is an advertising postcard for Portis Hats. As we can see here, Portis Hats for active service, most styles $5 and $6.50. And I decided to do a bit of digging on Portis Hats. It's actually kind of interesting. So, the Portis Hat Company was founded by five brothers, Isidore, Arnold, Theodore, Leon, and Henry Portis in 1914 on the south side of Chicago. And they started this company with a $23,000 loan, partially borrowed from their family, partially borrowed from friends. And after a rough start to their business due to starting in 1914, right when World War I was kicking off, they really began to sell a lot of hats. I found an article from Time magazine from 1939 that notes that by that year, they were making 1 million hats a year. They were turning a profit. And overall, they've been in business for 25 years at that point, and it seems like the brothers still got along great. They had very few disagreements. And they actually noted that even though they had different titles, just to differentiate things, they all made the same salary and they all had the same, weight whenever they were voting or deciding on what they were going to be doing next for the company. And Portis Hat seems to have had a pretty good reputation. They advertised in a lot of men's magazines like Esquire and Collier's, and eventually would be purchased by Stevens Hats in the late 1960s. And their hats are actually still pretty prevalent on the secondary market today. I just did a quick eBay look while I was doing the research for this, and you can get some decent quality Portis hats for $50-$60, which is quite impressive, given the fact they've been out of production for like 60 years now. So apparently, yeah, they've held up pretty well. Now, one of the interesting things about this one seems to be advertising specifically to members of the civil defense units. Her insignia are kind of hard to see, but she actually has civil defense administrative insignia. That little red blotch on each of those is actually a CD if you look closely. And I thought it was kind of interesting that all along the side here we have different civil defense logos. So going from left to go down the left column here first. This first one is for air raid wardens. The next one here is for demolition and clearance, followed by auxiliary firemen, decontamination, messengers, rescue, and then emergency food and housing. And then going to the right side here, we have fire watchers, medical, nurses aid, auxiliary police, bomb reconnaissance, drivers, and road repair. So even though it's a small, just a postcard, there's a lot of detail actually packed in here. And moving to the back, we see for the civilian army, Portis hats, $5 to $6.50. America's soldiers on the production line as well as on the firing line are the world's best dressed. Come in tomorrow and choose an up-to-the-minute Portis all-American style from our complete stocks. Portis hats are luxuriously soft because they're felted from the world's finest hatter's furs. Count on them for sturdy, lasting service for all-out performance. This particular advertisement from the Neff Clothing Company of Atlantic, Iowa. And, of course, we have the ever-present Buy More U.S. War Bonds as stamps at the bottom. And interestingly, even though this postcard is stamped, it was never postmarked, so it was never actually sent out through the mail. So this must have been one that somebody working at Neff Clothing must have taken home. But yeah, overall, I know it's only like a tangentially related to militaria piece, but wartime advertising like this is just fascinating to me. And it's kind of like a nice look at the different civil defense logos, because it's something I hadn't looked at before, and I was able to find a poster online that referenced all the ones here, and they're pretty accurate. So, you never know what you're going to find when you look at smaller items like this. So yeah, overall, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting, and I'll see you all again very soon.